Spring football camp from Dalk Indoor Sports Center. Steve Baker, head coach Chuck Martin, into the next to last week of fall camp here, Coach. And things I would imagine are looking a little bit clearer, although you're still got a lot of work to do here, I'm sure, in the spring.
Yeah, no, we lost 18 seniors. We have most of the guys that are running, or I'd say almost all the guys that are running with the ones, other than our left guard, have played significant football. So our ones look like they're playing the game the way it's supposed to be played, and they're not perfect, but they're practicing. And twos, you got a lot of guys now that have opportunities to fight for positions, and those are crazy wide open. I don't think there's not a ton of one battles wide open, but there's a lot of two battles. So a lot of the kids that played a lot of snaps for us last year have kind of resumed or assumed the role of being the guy at their position. Then we got a bunch of young guys that are fighting for backup playing time, and we know those guys will end up starting at some point. Not all of them, but a lot of them will end up getting. So they got a lot of work to do. So it's bittersweet because we're 10 in. We only got 5 left and only 4 in pads, which kind of makes me sad. Anyone who thinks that we should be spending less time with our athletes or practicing less is insane. Anybody who's talking about any student athletes out there that want to cut back hours that they do their craft, that's insane. You should be going to school, taking advantage of the education. You should be studying, and you should be practicing your sport. Life doesn't get any better than that. And all the kids that want to cut back someday will realize how good they have it right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned.
I wish spring would go on for about 30 days. It'd be awesome. So
you mentioned the 2s and 3s that from a year ago. That are you seeing that light click on and what it takes to become a 1?
Depending on snap to snap, sometimes it clicks on and then it clicks off just as quickly. So just like anybody that hasn't played, like Skibbs is not necessarily a returning starter, but he started about 10 games here, and
Sure.
Skibbs has played a ton of football. So for him, the light's on most of the time, and then Pete Nanks running with the ones at left guard. He hasn't won the job yet, but he's been taking a lot of the one, like he's a freshman, and one play the light's on, one play it's a little dim, one play it's completely. we're calling Com Edison and trying to get the power outage and trying to get a little neuron clicking in there. Right. So, and that's just a normal with, drill work to group work to teamwork, and you move the ball and you go 11 on 11. And again, even if you haven't experienced 22 starters, you still make plenty of mistakes. That's what people don't understand in football. Like, there's 22 people moving around really fast and really violent, and they're all good and they're all being coached. So it's not a perfect world out there, and getting through the ebb and flow, but not beating yourself is obviously a huge key.
Obviously, a big hole is quarterback. I want to talk about the quarterbacks and their progress here in the spring as they start preparing for that battle in the fall.
Yeah, no, they both have the ability to be really good quarterbacks at this level, and they've both shown that this spring. They both have the mental and character makeup of what you want as a quarterback, like from a leadership on and off the field, like those intangibles they both possess, and they both possess really good physical skills. Obviously, they're both young players in our program. You have to have a transition at every position. Sometimes you hate when it's quarterback because that's the hardest transition. So we're going to play a younger quarterback next year. It's probably not going to look like Gus looked like as a junior and a senior, but it'll probably look like Gus looked like as a freshman, So we got 2 good young players that are doing lots of really good things right now, and that battle will continue maybe even through the start of the season. Who knows?
Coach, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike.
Head Coach Chuck Martin joining us again a week from Saturday right here at the Dalk Indoor Sports Center. It is the Spring Showcase, 1:30 in the afternoon Saturday. There's a whole day of events, including the surplus auction that begins at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Go to MiamiRedHawks.com, get all the information, and we'll see you out here at the Dalk Indoor Sports Center next Saturday.